Pleasure. It's been a few years.
4. Long time, sir.
Oh, Derek, you're not in the job anymore. What brings you here?
I need a favour.
Of course, yeah. Come in. Right, what can I do for you?
You remember I left the job to look after my mum?
Yes, we were sorry to see you go. Good sergeants are hard to come by.
Oh, thank you, sir. Certainly wasn't through choice. She was getting a bit confused and I couldn't face putting her in a home.
No.
The thing is that last week we were burgled. It's been a bit of a shock.
What happened?
Well, it was when I was out shopping. Someone got in pretending to be from the council. Started going through the drawers. Mum said something. He turned nasty.
I'm sorry.
I know it's a bit irregular, sir, but I've come along today to see if I can find out what's going on in the investigation. You do start to feel isolated.
Who was the officer dealing?
Jim Carver.
Well, I'll have a word with him.
Thank you. Right, well, I better get back. I've left Mum with a carer.
I'll give you a lift.
Cheers. Hello, June.
Sarge, how are you?
Oh, well, you're the sergeant now.
Oh, well, thankfully not for sea relief. I'll be a pushover compared to you.
What we got?
Stab wound.
How bad?
It might be tight.
Any sign of the weapon?
No.
Steve! Steve, oh my God, what's happened?
Oh, easy. Do you know him?
He's my boyfriend.
And your name is?
Linda Jensen.
And his name is Steve.
Stephen Peters, what's happened?
Well, we're trying to find that out.
I've just got back from my shift, I didn't...
It's okay. Do you live here?
No.
Does anyone else have keys to the house? Do you know any reason why someone might want to attack Steve?
Gary, I'll accompany.
All right, yeah.
I'm coming to...
Oh, I don't know, man.
I'm coming.
Okay.
It's Sierra Oscar from 358 receiving.
Go ahead, Gary.
Read a Limefield Road shout. It's a stabbing. Can you inform CID? One male unconscious, and Mike's accompanying the ambulance.
Received.
Right, did anyone else see what happened?
I saw something a bit earlier.
Yes, sir, what was that?
Well, I live next door. I'm just about to wash up when I see this lad, plain as day, come out the back there, down the side, and out the water front.
Well, what did he look like?
Black.
Uh-huh.
It's the same lad who was here last Thursday. One of your boys came to speak to him then.
Well, the police were called?
Yeah.
Yeah, what time?
Evening.
Excuse me. It's Sierra Oscar from 358 receiving.
Go ahead.
Can you check the CAD for a call last Thursday evening? 14 Limefield Road. And can you give me the names of those involved?
Stand by.
What's that?
We're trying to find out, sir.
Has he been stabbed? I mean, is he going to die?
Sir, if you care to step into your house, somebody will be along to talk to you in a bit. Thank you.
Read that incident. Dave and Tony dealt with that. Suspect was a Sammy Olonga.
Thanks. Linda Jensen.
How is he?
He's in surgery. He's quite weak.
Oh, God.
I should be able to tell you more later.
Thanks, Doc. Linda, do you know anyone who might want to hurt Stephen? Someone he might have fallen out with recently? Has he got a mate called Sammy?
Is that who you think did this?
What, I mean, at this point...
He didn't. I know who did.
It's not been easy, living on Mum's pension and a carer's handouts. I still don't know if I made the right choice. But I wasn't there for Mum when she needed me. And that's what hurts. Mum? Mum, I bought you a cuppa. Look, I'm putting it here. Come on. Come on, you're going to have something. Mum, there's someone here to see us. Do you remember I told you about Mr. Conway, the Chief Inspector from Sun Hill? He's going to help you get your ring back, Mum. Aren't you, sir?
She's been like this since the attack.
Well, it's not so much the attack. She's grieving.
Grieving?
Yeah, my dad gave her a sapphire engagement ring with little diamonds round it. Burglar took it off her finger. And it's what she remembered Dad by.
I'm so sorry.
If we had news of that ring, it might help.
I'd just come in here to do the washing up when I saw him.
And you say he appeared at the back of Steve's house, he came up the side...
And off. It's definitely the same bloke that was giving Stephen grief last week.
Was he carrying anything?
Yeah, something wrapped up in plastic.
What time was this?
Let me see. The shipping forecast had just finished and the time signal came on. 2 o'clock GMT.
That's 4 minutes before the emergency call.
I'll see you.
You will, yes. I'll let you know what's happening, I promise.
Thanks.
OK.
Mr. Alonga? Sammy Alonga?
Yeah.
I'm Detective Inspector Deakin. This is Detective Constable Carver from Sun Hill.
Mm-hmm. Could you stop that for a moment, please?
What have you been doing today?
Sparks, brake cables and chain.
You been anywhere else? Stephen Peters?
No.
You don't want to think about that? You've been to Stephen Peters' place today?
No, I just said.
You're lying.
No, I'm not. I've got other things to do.
All right, Mr. Alonga, you can answer the questions down at the station. You're nicked.
Assault? You must be joking.
There's no joke, Sammy. Someone left him lying in a pool of blood. We're this close to a murder investigation.
Just because I've got a previous for a fray. You're not sticking an assault on me.
Last week, officers from Sun Hill were called to an argument at his house between you and Peters. Would you like to explain why you told us that you didn't know him?
I ain't admitting nothing.
You were arguing with him.
He ripped me off, man.
Ripped you off how?
He sold me that motorbike.
And?
And when he sold it to me, he promised it was kosher.
So?
So I was pulled over by the traffic police. They checked it over. The tax discs are photocopy, the MOTs are fake, and I can't prove Stephen Peters flogged it to me because I paid cash for it. That's why I went to see him. I wanted to get my money back.
And he wouldn't give it to you?
No.
So you went round there today to get a bit of revenge, right?
I'm the victim here.
You were seen running from Peters' house at 2 o'clock this afternoon with something wrapped up in a plastic bag. What was in the plastic bag?
I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't saying any more.
So how long are we going to keep him in?
As long as it takes to set up an ID parade.
Oh, there you are, sir. I've got Linda Jansen at front desk, Steve Peters' girlfriend. She's got some info about the stabbing, but she'll only speak to a senior officer.
Right.
Jim, quick word, please.
I'll catch up, Gov. Yes, sir?
You're investigating the Mrs. Gaynor burglary, aren't you, Bramwell Road?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
How far's it gone?
Well, sir, the MO's the same as 2 other burglaries from old people. He calls in making out he's from the council, then he robs them. Now, the level of violence in Mrs. Gaynor's case is something new. She was in quite a state. She couldn't give me a description of the burglar. Until there's some more leads and the case is on hold.
Well, if you hear anything, let me know, will you?
Of course, sir.
I like to think we can look after our own.
Sorry, Gov.
This is Detective Constable Carver who's working on the case with me. Now, you say you know who stabbed Stephen Peters.
Gary Farmer.
Who's he?
Steve's known him since school. He works at the go-kart track on Gosport Street. So, are you going to pick him up or what?
Why do you think it was him?
Gary's got an orange Ford Escort, right?
So?
I saw it parked outside Steve's earlier today.
What time was this?
About 2.
You sure it was 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
It's about the time of the assault. Why didn't you mention this earlier?
I wasn't thinking straight.
And you're thinking straight now?
Yes. Why?
When you arrived at Steve's place this afternoon at 2:15, you told PC McCann that you'd come straight from work, so how could you have seen the car at 2 o'clock?
Look, I know Gary did it.
If he did, lying to me isn't going to help us catch him. Come on, Jim, this is a waste of time.
All right, wait a minute. I'll tell you what's really going on.
OK.
Me, Gary and Steve were at school together. Even then, Gary made Steve's life miserable. He was a bully. But it didn't stop at school. Gary kept in contact, giving Steve a hard time. I was at college, but...
Where's this taking us?
Gary's been forcing Steve to stash his gear for him. car stereos, stuff like that. The thing is, I've told Steve, he stops doing anything, even slightly iffy, or we don't get married. And he will. He's setting up his own business as a mechanic, all legal and above board.
And?
The other day, Gary brought some gear around from a robbery he'd done. This wasn't just stereos. These were personal things, from a house. Steve didn't want to take it. Gary went mad, threatening to do him in. Steve took it because he was terrified, but Gary was still angry with him. And now Steve's been stabbed.
Why should we believe you?
I only lied to you before to keep Steve out of trouble. Look, I could describe the stuff Gary's nicked. I found it in Steve's room. Necklaces, bracelets, and there was this diamond ring.
A ring? What was it like?
Really flash. Gold, with a big sapphire, and diamonds round the outside. I asked Steve where it came from. That's when he told me about him and Gary. I was really upset. It would have made a lovely engagement ring.
Maria, I got your message. What happened?
She got worse. GP said she'd better come in.
What did the doctor here say?
That she was badly dehydrated and he said there were complications. I saw enough of this on the job. I'm not hopeful.
She's not that bad.
She just wants to give up.
Maria, we are making progress tracking down this thief. Perhaps that'll lift her, eh?
I think she's past caring. I never thought about this when I left the job.
What?
What I'd do when she was gone.
Barbara,
Sir,
what you found?
looks like this is where the attacker got in. Window's been levered from the outside. Prints all over it.
Did you find anything else?
Well, like what?
Jewellery?
I wasn't looking, but no.
It's all right if Jim and I have a look upstairs.
Go ahead.
Nothing.
Nothing here either. Wonder if Linda's playing us for monkeys.
Tough?
Well, there's obviously no love lost between her and Gary Farmer. Wonder if she's taken the opportunity to stick her own knife in.
Seems a bit extreme.
Her story's a dud, Jim. We'll have it out with the pair of them, her and Farmer. Mr. Farmer?
Yeah?
I'm Detective Inspector Deakin. This is Detective Constable Carver from Sun Hill.
What is it?
We're investigating an assault that occurred earlier today.
Well, what's that got to do with me?
Do you know Stephen Peters?
I went to school with him.
When did you last see him?
A couple of months ago, maybe.
How many months ago?
I don't know. Why?
Stephen Peters was stabbed earlier this afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
You don't seem very upset about it.
Well, like I say, I hardly knew him.
Where were you this afternoon between 1 and 2 o'clock?
Home?
Anyone who can confirm that?
No. Anyone confirm I wasn't?
Guess we'll have to ask Mr. Peters.
It was all right then.
Shouldn't he be?
Well, I don't know. Just thought it must be something serious.
Oh, it's serious, Gary. We'll go and ask Steve.
Did you see him when he heard that Peters was all right?
Didn't seem too pleased, did he?
Yeah. Maybe Linda's right.
I wonder.
What?
I wonder how Sammy's involved.
Well, maybe him and Farmer were in on the assault together. Or maybe Sammy's completely innocent.
Oh, yeah, right. Deakin? All right, Bob, thanks. That's County General have been on the phone. Peters is OK for interview.
Nothing. I don't remember a thing.
Well, let's go through it step by step. Where were you this morning?
Steve.
I can't remember. It's true. I'm sorry. If I could help you, I would. Please, leave me alone, will ya?
Come on then. Nothing more we can do.
Where are you going? Why haven't you nicked Gary? I told you the truth about that jewellery. Go to Steve's house, you'll see.
We did go to the house. There was no jewellery, Linda. I don't know what's going on, but I want the truth.
It was true. You believe me, don't you? What, you think I'm lying too?
Oh, come on, Jim.
Hang on. Suppose I reason with Steve and he talks. You'll go on with the investigation, won't you?
I'm not waiting long.
I'll make him see sense.
That was a bit hard, wasn't it, Garth?
Shock tactics, Jim. Let's see if it gets a result before we make any adjustments.
Jim? What's the latest on the Gaynor case?
We're waiting for something now, sir. What brings you here?
Mrs. Gaynor, she's got worse, a lot worse. We are going to get this guy, aren't we, Jim?
Yes, sir. Peters has got to tell us what happened before someone else ends up in hospital.
If Farmer is the attacker, he's starting to enjoy hurting people. Well?
He's too frightened of Gary. He won't talk to you. But it was Gary, like I said.
Really?
Gary and Steve met at the Bear's Head this morning. Gary had lined up a fence for the gear. They had a few drinks and then went back to Steve's to pick it up. It was all ready for him in a plastic bag in the living room. They got in. It was gone.
What do you mean it was gone?
Steve reckoned it must have been burgled.
Burgled?
Gary went ballistic. He thought Steve had tried to sell it on himself. Then he pulled a knife.
But you say that Steve won't talk to us?
No.
And how do we know that what you're telling us is true?
There is one way, Garth. We've got the answer tucked up in a cell at Sun Hill. You broke into Stephen's home to get revenge for being ripped off.
I told you, I wasn't there.
And you took the jewellery. Yeah. I bet you couldn't believe your eyes when you looked inside that bag in the middle of the living room. All that jewellery. It was you, wasn't it?
Sammy, you really ought to do yourself a favour.
He can do me a favour. He can take a hike.
Things aren't looking good for you. Not now there's evidence.
What evidence?
Someone forced the kitchen window, then climbed in. The scene examiner found lovely, clear sets of prints on it. They'll be sent away for analysis. And if they're yours, we've got you.
I'll take my chances.
Now, you're not thinking that through, Sammy. Stephen Peters was stabbed. And if those fingerprints put you there, then you're our man for the burglary and the stabbing.
I didn't stab him.
Stephen was looking after that jewellery for a friend who put him in hospital because he lost it. Now, it's not going to take Stephen long to suss out what happened. And when he does, well...
What?
Unlike us, Stephen's friend doesn't go around armed with notebooks and a tape recorder. He uses a knife.
All right, I did it. I went round to Stephen's house and waited until he left. Then I broke in. But I didn't stab him. I saw the bag on the table, so I lifted it. Then I heard the front door go, so I legged it. That's what happened. I swear on 100 Bibles.
OK. Where's the stuff now?
At my place.
You seen these before, Mr. Peters?
No.
Steve, please don't be so stupid.
Stupid? Do you want me to end up in the morgue?
I'd listen to Linda if I were you, Mr. Peters. I've got a statement saying that these items were taken from your premises. How'd you get them?
I can't tell you.
I understand that, Mr. Peters. You're frightened that if you incriminate the person who gave them to you, he'll attack you again. Just like when you were looking after them for him this time.
Did you touch
It's for your own good. You know you've got to get away from Gary.
No, I've tried.
This is your chance to get away.
It's not just for you, Stephen.
What?
The old woman who Gary stole this jewellery from is in a bed up the way. He's getting out of control, look. We wouldn't ask you to do this if we didn't think there was a good chance he might kill someone. So please, help us.
I don't want this.
I think again, Steve. I have to present the CPS with evidence that jewellery taken in a violent burglary was found in your house. If this goes to trial, well, the jury wouldn't know that it was Gary's, would they? Because you wouldn't be willing to tell them.
That's not fair. You know he didn't do it. Leave him alone.
Take it easy. One last question, Mr. Peters, about Sammy Alonga.
Lynn, can you get me some water?
Steve?
Just get me a glass of water or something, will you?
Come on.
Seem to have hit a nerve. Linda tells me you've promised to go straight, is that right?
Yeah.
You must mean a lot to her. Can't think why.
Well, we're going to get married, aren't we?
I wonder if Linda would still want to get married if someone told her that you were selling bikes with forged documents. Seems hard going to prison for handling stolen jewellery that was forced on you in the first place. Be worse knowing that Linda wouldn't be there for you when you got out.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, excuse me a moment. Sir? Maria? We've got your mother's stuff back.
It's too late, Jim. Mrs. Gaynor died 10 minutes ago.
I'm sorry.
Gary Farmer, I'm arresting you for assault. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm you. Give it up, Farmer. Gary Farmer, I'm arresting you for assault. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Sir, we've just brought him in. The man who stole Mrs. Gaynor's jewellery.
Right, I'll tell Maria you've got him.
For what it's worth.
Jim?
Oh, sir. The CPS probably won't prosecute Peters or Sammy. And all that Farmer's likely to get is a couple of years for the burglary and a few more for the assault. I mean, we can't prove he's responsible for Mrs. Gaynor's death, can we?
We can't have it always. Maria knows that.
Yeah, but...
We got him, Jim. That's what counts.